Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it happens to be over there, and welcome to Fable Anniversary Edition, and the fact that my mic is lower than it should be. No, it's not, actually. Oh yes, I was on Skype yesterday, that's why. I have an optimal level for my microphone for post-recording, and then I have an optimal level for live, and my live is higher. What I really need is a damn compressor, but I have yet to fully figure that out on the hardware side of things. Okay, so this is Fable Anniversary Edition. It just popped up on Steam, and we're going to have a quick look at it just for a little while. This gives me an excuse to play Fable, and because I was wanting to do that anyway today, and it's like, well, how can I justify that? I've still got a lot of games I need to look at. I'm still trying to work on hack and slash, and I'm thoroughly convinced that I'm too stupid to play that game. There's a whole bunch of other stuff like Minimum that I'm looking to check out as well. Or was it Minimal? I can't remember which. Yeah, that I'll definitely need to check out more because I can't remember the name of it. Quick look at the options menu. All of this is bloody keyboard controlled, stupidly enough. And no, that is not a controller prompt. You actually hit A and B on the keyboard, which is a little weird. Just a bit strange. Like, you'd think space and enter? But, yeah, it's... I don't know why. It's very odd. I mean, it's, you know, it's just got the graphics options that you would expect, really. Nothing particularly unusual there. Gameplay options, you can turn off Guildmaster help and tutorials. It's been a long time since I played the game, so I'm just going to leave those on, frankly, because I can't quite remember what the buttons are. I probably miss out on some of the mechanics as well. Alright. Shall we begin? Yes. Seems reasonable to me. Alright, so 2 difficulty levels. Regular Fable and this heroic mode. Fable was quite easy back in the day, wasn't it? Actually, that's a good point. Can you rebind the keys? Haven't tried. No. Some fucking anniversary port this is, isn't it? Like, it's worth also bearing in mind that they didn't even bother to put in mouse controls for the menu, and you can't rebind the fucking buttons. At least not inside the game. It might be possible to do it in a config. Well, that's not very good, is it? We'd like you to buy our game again. Okay, what do you have on offer? Well, we have improved texture quality. Cool, what else? We took away some functionality. What? Did the original Fable have it? That's a good question. I don't have it installed to confirm. Yeah, they do have controller this time. For some reason, the PC version last time, the Lost Chapters didn't have controller support. Although that was a good long time ago. Like, that was when the Xbox 360 controller support was a little bit less common. But this is not a brilliant start. I'm not sure whether to bother trying heroic mode, frankly. Because it does mean that I will progress slower on stream. I'm also concerned about enemies being far tougher. That's usually a pretty cheap way of making a game more difficult, and it could mean that it's just a lot more attack spam. And there was already problems with that in the original, if I recall correctly. I think it was one of the Kobold missions I remember just being a really spammy fight. Yeah, apparently Fable had mouse-driven menus and rebindable keys, so this port actually sucks. This might be worthy of a port report here. It's like, how does one... how does one regress? Like, I don't really know. Why does nobody compares to GOG for bringing back old titles to the current market? What do you mean by that? They're not remastering them, they're fixing them. They're making them actually work on modern systems. Fable Lost Chapters works fine on PC already. Yeah. Ha. Alright, I'm just gonna roll on the original difficulty for the time being, frankly. Texture quality on the menu is not very good. What the hell was that all about? It's not the cleanest transition ever, is it? Where's the sound? Sound? Hi. No. Okay. Well, so much for the narration. Well, there's no point watching this. There's no bloody sound. Thank you.
Come on, wake up.
There you go.
Daydreaming again, were you? Just like your mother. Mind always wandering. Well, let it wander off to find your sister, will you? She's out playing by the
What's
barrel
that
of
noise
the
in the
gate.
background?
Remember, you haven't given her a birthday present yet. Don't tell me you forgot to get her one. Well, I'm not bailing you out this time, son. I tell you what, I'll give you a gold piece for each.
That sounds like sound artifacting right behind it. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but it's this kind of tapping noise. It could just be background sound, but it's rather obnoxious if it is. Can you hear it? It's quite quiet, so you might not be able to hear it. I can, though. Yeah, it's not on the microphone. I can actually hear it. Unless, I mean, it could be on the mic. I'm gonna say it. Let me alt tab. Alright, so this is sound outside of the game. So you're not hearing any of that weird clicking, right? But if I go back in, now I'm suddenly hearing a bunch of clicking. You're hearing it when I speak outside? What? I don't hear that. What are you talking about? No, that's complete nonsense. Like, I don't hear it at all outside of the game. No, the mic doesn't tend to crackle. There's a little bug on XSplit that does it, like, in the first minute, but that's about it. I can't... If I listen to my own stream, it's going to echo back, guys. Come on. Right, well, you're going to hear... Alright, if I mute this, then I'll be able to listen back to what I was saying. Holy crap. Yeah, so you can hear it out, the sound artifacting you can hear outside. I wonder if that is the game causing that, or if that is some weird problem with my computer. That is very strange. I've never heard that kind of crackle before. Okay, I'm actually gonna reboot, because that is really weird. That shouldn't be there at all. Bearing in mind, I recorded a short promo video 5 minutes before the stream, and it had none of that on it. So, it seems to me like that was caused by Fable. What happens if I close the game entirely? Yeah, it only started when I got into the game. Okay, what if I close the game? So if you're telling me Fable breaks my fucking microphone, then that's not very good at all. It's not the same kind of mic crackle. Seriously, I know what the mic crackle sounds like with the XSplit bug, and it's not like that. That's a different kind entirely. Okay, so I've now closed the game. Fable shouldn't have an inbuilt mic, it's single player only. That wouldn't make any sense. Okay, let me know if it's gone now. Well, yeah, it's still in the menu. And now it's gone. Yep, it's the game. It's the fucking game. Okay, so, let's count up the... So I can't stream this then, because apparently it breaks my microphone. Lovely. So, list of things wrong with Fable that we found before even playing it. 1. No rebindable keys. 2. No mouse control in menus. 3. For some reason, the opening cutscene has no sound. 4. It breaks your microphone. There are no audio settings. Like, the only audio setting in Fable... Let's try loading the game again. Maybe it was just, it could have just been a quick problem that only exists, like, the first time around. So... Okay, let me have a look. I'm gonna load it up again. Let me know when the crackle comes back, if it does. Okay, Fable's now running. Let's just skip the opening stuff. There we go. Alright. Okay, Fable is now running. Nope. So good? Are we still good? Okay. Alright. So it's alright in the menu. Let's load into the game. Again, could have just been a one-off. Loading up the save. Oh, now the sound's working. I wonder if that had something to do with it. The way that the sound broke in the cutscene.
In the Forest of Albion, lay the small...
Come on, wake up.
Yeah, I don't hear any clicking and clacking now.
Just like your mother, mind always wandering. Well, let it wander off to find your sister.
Yeah, I imagine there is a connection due to the weirdness when it came down to the sound breaking in the cutscene. Also, right. Well, it seems like that's now working. TB's mic is always acting bizarre. That is complete bullshit. My microphone has a very specific problem, or more specifically, my audio interface has a specific problem related to XSplit that only happens in the first minute when I stream. I use my microphone every single day to record videos for you, and it never does it have a problem, so there is nothing wrong with my mic. Thank you very much. Okay. Yep. Also, I'm not convinced about this whole improved texture quality thing, guys. Hey, look at these amazing What the fuck? You're not even fucking trying! Look at that! That's improved texture? Are you fucking serious? Look at the blocks around the little arrows to the left of the door. This is improved? Based on what? That texture is a fucking mess. So are the steps. This is hideous. Bear in mind, by the way, you're seeing a 720p stream. I'm seeing this in 1080p. Oh, wow. And the texture's not even complete. You can actually see through it. Yeah, this was worth the purchase. What a remaster. Wow. So fucking impressive. Jesus. Interesting idea that this would be worth spending money on. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna get a video. Definitely. No doubt about that. Well, I mean, what did we expect? It was a port of the 360 version. Well, we expected them to at least put a bit of effort into the PC port. Ha! Yeah, okay. Microsoft putting effort into a PC port. Yeah, that's likely. Well, we can still kick chickens, so that's a plus. Yeah, well, they may have rebuilt they've clearly rebuilt the models, as you can see. The model quality seems to be fairly good, although I need to walk up to a person, and the camera prevents me from getting too close. Yeah, and the model quality's fine. It's not brilliant, but it's fine. It's the background texture that I've got issues with.
Come here, my little pumpkin.
Oh, you're so naughty.
I remember all of these scenes. It was a long time ago, in a game far, far away. Looking at the kid's face is difficult. I can't get too close in on him, so... I mean, he's definitely out of proportion, but the thing is, that was... The Fable aesthetic was always like that. So, there's nothing particularly unusual about that. They're deliberately out of proportion. Okay, alright. Well, I wasn't paying too much attention at the start. I can't actually remember what I was supposed to be doing.
Let me hear some good reports about your behavior, and I'll...
Sounds brilliant. I won't break any more windows. Maybe. Yeah, it's 22 quid. It's about $30, $35. Frankly, I
woman in Oak Vale, you know.
don't actually see the point. Like,
I'll leave her. I'm just
they didn't add much. I looked at the feature list. I thought, oh, maybe there's new content and everything. There actually isn't. Like, they put a bunch of costumes in it, And they're saying, oh, look at the texture quality and all that kind of stuff.
Many lovely things.
It doesn't necessarily feel like it's running all that well either, although bearing in mind I'm running a stream. I'm just going to quickly toss fraps on so I can have a look at the frame rate. Let me have a quick look. Bear in mind the frame rate's affected by the stream, so it's going to probably be lower than it should be. Oh, it's running sub 60. It's very... Whoa! Whoa! That's a variance. I don't know if you see that, but if I turn in this direction, I'm about 50. If I turn here, it goes up to 200. Like, huge frame rate variance.
Trade goods.
Yeah, I thought it seemed a little strange. It's like, hang on a minute. It's very noticeable when you plunge your frame rate down. Oh, yeah, you see it? Yeah, I wouldn't judge that too harshly because I am streaming and that does tend to have a frame rate impact, but... yeah. It is a very, very variable, which indicates some optimization issues. Alright. Let's have words with him.
Hello, lad. I'm a trader. I wander the world buying and selling wares, especially to find...
Why are you not playing Destiny? Because it's an FPS that uses a controller and runs at 30 FPS. But what the fuck's wrong with his model? This is remastered, really? You got his collar clipping through his damn hair?
And it seems you haven't got her a present yet. It just so happens that I have a rather nice box of sweets here. Guaranteed. I'm afraid just for... Remember your father...
Yeah. I'm getting a bit nitpicky, but I'm going to be honest, like, I think you should be nitpicky when it comes to a remastered kind of anniversary re-release. Because they don't have the same excuses this time around, because they're trying to get you to pay for the same game again. I mean, this in particular is not very good.
Young tearaway, off to play with your friends?
What? I mean, are they even trying to make it look reasonable? I don't know.
You'll race yourself to an early grave, you will.
Jesus. Yeah, I have a 120Hz monitor as well, and I very clearly notice when it has those massive drops. That's the kind of thing that G-Sync is trying to fix.
I hope you bought your sister something nice for her birthday.
Alright.
Honestly, where's that filthy layabout husband of mine? I run his house, bring up his children if you find...
Yes, I know where he is. Shall I tell the woman about her cheating husband? Absolutely.
You have? Right. I'm gonna turn him into Balverine food.
Yeah, the crackling's coming back.
Thank you, young sir,
I can hear
for
it.
telling me.
I have the frame counter on. Some people claimed they could see it. Yeah, the crackling's come back. Unbelievable.
Wait till I get my
It's not as bad,
pig.
but by the sounds of it, it's probably going to end up getting worse over time. Yeah, this crap is broken.
Filthy swine! I ought to chop them right off.
But
Don't insult me anymore. My mother was right about you.
yeah, I hear it getting worse in the background.
Well, if you think I'm going to cook and clean...
Alright, fuck it. This is not worth my time. Okay, well, I think what's obvious from having a look at it is that this is not worth the money. I don't want to make too much of a judgment because I haven't played that much of it, but right, let me list you off exactly what this game is claiming to be. And I'm gonna close Fable so that I can stop with the crackling now. Let me read off the description of this thing. Bear in mind that my experience is not necessarily representative of other people's experiences. Most people don't run $750 audio interfaces, and most people are not also doing it while streaming. And the problem is it's hard for me to test without the stream running. So, just bear that in mind before I actually tell you what I'm about to tell you. My machine may be the only one that's having this problem. I couldn't say. And I'm actually very hesitant to put a video out on it until I find out that other people are having similar issues. Alright, so here's a list of the feature set for this game. Fully remastered with HD visuals and audio. Audio. Alright, well, their remaster of the audio breaks my audio device for some reason. Fable Anniversary is a stunning rendition of the original game which will delight faithful fans and new players alike. Only heroic difficulty, yes, so we're aware of that. Build your living legend, that's got actually nothing to do with anything. So the feature list actually only has 2 features. With an entirely new lighting system, slick new interface, all new textures, model, and gameplay, Fable Anniversary is the full HD definitive Fable experience. Right, so the slick new interface involves disabling the mouse in the interface. The all new textures suck. The model quality is particularly poor and has parts of the clothing clipping through things like hair pieces and heads and so on and so forth. Animation quality is no better than the original, and the NPCs still wander around like headless chickens. Yeah. So you are going to have to forgive me if I am not 100% convinced that the upgrades are actually worth your money. I don't think they are. Not at all. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, this is frankly bollocks. Yeah, frame rate's all over the place as well, but again, can't really judge that because I'm running streaming programs which do lower the frame rate. I would have to have a look at it without the frame rate, without the stream running, so that I could get a full feel for exactly what's going on with the frame rate itself. It does seem to be all over the place. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? Is it worth rebuying this for $35? No. No, I don't think it is. Frankly. Like, Fable is a decent enough game on its own. And the Lost Chapters edition for PC, which is $10, by the way, is perfectly functional. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It looks a little bit dated, but it's fine, and it still functions. And it has working mouse control and doesn't break your damn sound card. So it is worth mentioning that. It does have proper widescreen resolution in the old one, although if you go to Widescreen Gaming Forum, there's some information on that. But the thing is, it's widescreen native, so it works fine. Apparently the menu is not in widescreen, but everything else is totally fine and works reasonably. It also has keyboard remapping, which this version does not. Yeah, I do feel like I've wasted $35 on this thing. I mean, it doesn't run properly. It apparently breaks my sound card. But I will let you know whether I'll try playing a bit more off-stream, and I'll let you know whether or not this game does break sound even with my streaming program off. Again, always bear in mind, I run stuff that you probably don't run, which means that there are possibilities of conflicts which otherwise would not happen. And a streaming program like XSplit could, in combination with the game, be causing this problem. That said, I have never heard a single issue with any other video game and XSplit. I haven't. No, I mean, outside of that, the 1-minute crackling that sometimes happens in the podcast, that's it. There's nothing else that really goes wrong with it. I've never heard that kind of sound artifacting. That is very unusual. Yeah, so I am not impressed at all. No, I'm not going to try OBS. Ugh. Absolutely not. I will try it off-screen, and I'll see what happens. But, I mean, not having rebindable keys, not having mouse control in menus, and having absolute bollocks texture quality is enough for me to say, what the hell are you doing, you know? What is this? This is not worthy of $35. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap this stream so that I can do some research offline, because this is going to have to be a video, I think, and it's probably going to have to go out today to make sure that people are aware of the issues this game has before they drop their money on it. It's already a top seller on Steam, and I have no doubt that people are already quite disappointed in it. I'm going to check the Steam forum to see if anyone else had these issues. And I'll ask Jen as well. Jen... low FPS? Wow. Okay. So I'm having a quick look at the forum here. Some other people are having frame rate problems. There was some crackling sound. Game crashes. Game looks blurry. Not being able to use... Wow. That... Okay. Right, this is... I'm going to say this is bullshit. Right, so I'm going to show you something here that, frankly, I think is thoroughly disgusting behavior. So I'm going to show you a scene here. And there we go. So this, what you're going to see right here is a thread on the Steam forums. Yeah. Not being able to use mouse in menu. WTF? What's up with the poor menu setup? I want to use a goddamn mouse to look around. Blah, blah, blah. This is PC for F's sake. The topic has been locked by a moderator. The topic has been locked by a moderator. As in, a moderator of the Fable Anniversary forum, where people will go for tech support, has locked a thread that makes a valid complaint about the mouse control in the menu or lack thereof. What? What? Yeah, I mean, that is pretty disgusting, frankly. I'm not impressed by that at all. Game looks blurry. I'm downsampling to, and this is how it looks. Okay, so this is someone's screenshot. Just gonna have a quick look at this. Apparently, the game also uses FXAA by default. Yeah, that doesn't look good. The game uses FXAA by default, and it looks like you have to force that off by using SweetFX. I mean, you should never really be using FXAA by default because one could argue at higher resolutions that FXAA actually looks worse than no AA whatsoever, especially if it's badly implemented. Yeah, you need fucking INI files and SweetFX presets to deal with the blurriness. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Yeah, that's really, really disappointing. Yeah. Experiencing blurry game... Well, yeah, people are saying, like, the blurry gameplay, you actually need to use a SweetFX injection to fix it. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm just looking through the forums to see what else is there. So many issues. No one else seems to be having the sound issue, so that's probably unique to me. And again, I will try it off-screen without XSplit running. But even if that weren't the problem, I'd still say that it's clearly not worthy. I mean, the controls are not rebindable, there is no mouse control, and are you going to pay $35 for that excuse for HD remastered textures? I mean, are you kidding me? No. Absolute crap. It's an obvious port from the 360 with very little upgrade. Alright, well, I'm going to wrap it up then, because, again, I want to go and have a look off-screen and see what the hell's happening with it. It seems like it's complete bullshit, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'd avoid for the time being. Definitely. Certainly not worthy of your money at the time being. Okay, alright, well, I'm just blithering now, so thanks a lot for watching. Again, apologies that you're not going to get any stream today. The game is clearly busted. So, I will go and have a look at it off-screen and try and get a video together for you once I've done some more research. I need to make sure that my critique is accurate. I could put something out right now if I want to, but that would make me terrible at my job. So, I'm just going to go do some research and some compare and contrast. Yeah, if you want to play Fable, play Lost Chapters, which is a lot cheaper. I'll see you next time.